I'm JoJo Pickering from Bash Street Theatre.
And I'm Simon Pullum from Bash Street Theatre Company. We do silent comedy shows with live music, always a story, and comic stunts and characters.
When we started a long time ago, we were very circus-based, and that evolved over the years to be less circus-based. We used to do lots of tightrope walking, unicycling, juggling, and now we do more stunts and more theatrical and storylines, narrative. And I started off as a dancer and didn't make it as a dancer, so then when I met Simon, who was working in theatre, we sort of came together. He was doing, he had a street band called Joe's Jungle Band, which was with members of Shiva Theatre, and because they didn't quite make enough money, they would go out busking.
Didn't at all make enough money, so
and
we used to go out busking. So
stories of Simon making his own stilts and trying them on in the kitchen where he could, and then he would go out and play his fiddle on his stilts because that was just a bit more visual.
Not being a wonderful band, it was a lot better if you looked crazy and you could do stuff on a unicycle or on stilts. So that was reason.
So you were what they call self-taught?
Yes.
Yeah.
Learned to juggle, which was really, really hard for me. And yeah, we just learned basic stuff that looked very, very lively and fun on the streets. Kind of bit.
Because we started in France, we've always had half of a foot in Europe, and that's always enabled us to sort of tour in Brittany and then further afield. And after a while we had a little flat in Morlaix and with a French phone number, and that enabled us to get bookings in France. And towards the end of the 90s we had two children, and we lost our flat there, and for the first few years with the kids we just became more UK based, and moved slightly away from the circus, more into theatre, and that's when we developed Cliffhanger, our silent movie show inspired by Buster Keaton. In about 2005 the children were getting a little bit older and we decided we wanted to get back into Europe, and we managed to get selected to take Cliffhanger to Rouen, Sotteville, and we didn't think we'd done a particularly good show because we were touring another show at the time. We were doing Cliffhanger so we didn't feel it had gone as well as it could have gone, but we got lots of shows from that. From that, and it obviously had gone down much better than we thought, and that had a sort of a rolling effect after that, with Cliffhanger touring all over Europe, and the highlight of that was performing Cliffhanger in Taraga in 2006. Am I getting that right?
We went to Taraga to get work. I didn't know they give prizes for this, whatever. Had no idea. And when we got there, obviously, we were told, there's going to be a prize. And, big companies. And again, we're just this tiny little company from Penzance. But yes, there were thousands of people, but it was memorable in so many ways.
What's the most important thing is we're in sync in the direction that we want to go in. That's the key thing. And sometimes it's good also to challenge, because if you're too in sync then you end up just agreeing with each other. So it's a balance with that, I think. We've just developed a new show called Bellevue Hotel, and Lachlan's playing piano for us in that. It's just Simon and myself. We've scaled down a little bit with performers, but it's still a big set. And it's got a wrecking ball, and we've got a little bit of a Brexit theme. The villain's got a Union Jack cravat, and we've got an Italian ice cream man, we've got a French magician, and the landlady who no one says where she comes from, but I'm the landlady. So that's a lot of fun, and we're still working and developing that show, and hoping to maybe get a residency for next year to actually to take it to the next level.